Hello, ladies and gents! I just realized we actually didn't have an autoloader replay on the channel for a while now. Shameful display. To fix this madness, we are going to watch today an awesome round in the queen of the autoloaders, the always popular Batchat 25t. Our tame racing driver today will be once again none other than Serbia's one and only Laponac, so you just know, this is going to be good. Alright, 30 rounds of destruction it is then. Check this out. Alright, so here we are in our Batchat 25t, this time around in a standard battle along good old swamp. Now as the counter ticks down, let's just see what kind of a match we gotten ourselves into, and oh boy, it certainly has its challenges. So first of all, the enemy team seems to have more than double the number of heavy tanks on their side. And they also have a couple of really heavily armored tank destroyers in form of the E3 and the E4. So they seem to have an awfully lot of heavily armored tanks with a lot of HP on their side, while we have quite a few, although rather dangerous, also rather squishy tanks on our side, so that's something we definitely have to watch out for. Unfortunately, there also seems to be a massive fail platooning going on our side, bringing two tier 7 medium tanks into the battle, which are of course completely outclassed, so probably they won't really contribute to this battle a lot. But hold on, there is already the first target up ahead. CDC should really be no problem for this tier 10 monster that we are driving around. So of course the first shell misses, and the second one bounces, probably hit the gun there. So yeah, it's probably as bad as it can get with an autoloader that has only 30 rounds. So let's make sure the remaining 3 rounds in the magazine hit their mark. Alright, RU-251 in the open. Nice 3 shots there. We take a little bit of damage from the WZ in return. It's not too bad, so we managed to salvage most of the magazine there. It's alright, definitely we'll have to do more than that if we want to carry this game. Now of course we get out of sight as we reload. But one thing that I really like about this replay is the constant moving around looking for opportunities, as it should be with the Batchat. Speaking about opportunities, let's see what's around the corner. Hello, Mr. T10. Oh, look, you bounced. Well, that means you are basically out of this game. Shot number 4, he's already out, IS-3 is not looking, so we get a shot in there as well, and there we go, that's a lot more like it. Perfect magazine there, we get a shot from the T-44, but that's nothing we can't handle, and we are already up to almost 3000 damage. Not bad at all. Now having a look at the map though, well, it certainly doesn't look all that rosy. The heavy tanks, as expected, did break through on the other side, and our guys over there are mounting a stiff defense from behind those rocks. So, not all is lost, but we certainly will have to deal with this side as soon as possible to be able to go back and defend. Fortunately, we don't get in the first one, second one goes in, third one as well, will we be able to finish off the 140? Yes, we are. We decide to opt in for a reload, which you can understand because there is no immediate target right here. Don't want to drive around with only one shell loaded. However, this also means that most probably we'll have a magazine that we will have to reload in full for only one shell later on. So it seems our guys back at the base are still holding their defense, which is good, as that probably will give us enough time to take on the E3 and the E4 still guarding the enemy base. Defender up there on the ridge, fortunately we don't have the shot. That's when we spot the tier 10 auto-loading artillery making a run for it. Seems he gets a massive shot there, probably from the STB-1, however he's now behind cover. Let's not worry about him though, there are more juicy targets ahead. E3 and IS-7 up ahead, we have the back of the E3, going for the tracking shot there, unfortunately missing it slightly. Second shot goes a little bit too high. We certainly have to aim for the tracks here. The Batchat, while having an absolutely awesome burst damage, certainly requires its time to unload, so tracking was absolutely mandatory there. Alright, getting lucky there with avoiding the artillery as well. Let's get out of his line of fire as well and make sure the IS-7 is not coming after us. Seems though he really doesn't want to come out in the open, which is good, because that gives us now the option to decide who we go after. So IS-7 or E4? It seems the E4 is awfully busy trying to take down the STB-1, so hopefully we can get a couple of lovely shots into him. And of course, first shell bounces off the E4's ass. Man, RNG is certainly out there to get us today. However, the rest of the shells fly through, and it's quite unfortunate. If that one single round would not have bounced, we would have been able to take down the E4. This way though, unfortunately, he is still alive. Lucky for us, STB-1 manages to finish him off. Hopefully he didn't lose too much health there, because this is still a really tight match. Two people are capping, probably an M103 and an IS-7, yes, that's correct. And the defender is closing in on our IS-7, who is the lone survivor on this flank. And we are down to 6 shells. Reloading here the only full magazine we have, a heat clip, something we wouldn't really require for the defender, but hey, we have it loaded anyway, so we take him out in 2 quick rounds, and now it's time to reset. Alright, M103 up ahead, aiming at the lower plates, and of course it bounces. Oh boy, these shells. However, second shot is safe, third one, yes, we managed to take him out, good roll there on the M103, 425. So that means now it's only the IS-7 capping. However, it seems our IS-7 is getting tired there a little bit, charging the other full health IS-7 there in the open, and gets absolutely pasted in return. He was not under a lot of pressure there, so I don't know why he would leave a hold down position and go there in the open in a completely disadvantageous fight. Unfortunately he did, and that means it's down to us and the STB-1, and we have a single round left. Pagefield successfully managed to put into the Batchat, taking him out of the game, so no more artillery danger. However, we are completely dry at this point, so the only thing we can do is spot for our team. When I say team, I mean the one-shot STB-1, who is unfortunately still going after the IS-7, and the IS-7 smells blood in the water and goes after him. Now we tried to communicate with the STB-1 that we will spot for him, he needs to come back, take care of the guy in the cap. Unfortunately though, he is pressured really hard by the IS-7, who is also mostly on 2/3 of his health left, so yeah, this is not lost yet, but it's a really tricky one. Basically the STB-1 has to do all the heavy lifting here, and those are 2 really healthy IS-7s. STB-1 closing in, however, while running away from the other IS-7, basically all he does is drive into the line of fire of the one that's capping, and that means this game is a loss. Here is though something that I really like. As soon as the STB-1 is down and the game is lost, we are not running away for a draw. Instead, squeeze out the last ounces of damage from the game and make quite an epic outro. Well, this ending is a little bit sad, but at the same time it would only truly be upsetting if we would have lost due to a mistake of ours, which was certainly not the case this time around in my opinion. I think there was just simply nothing more we could have really done here, especially with RNG out there to get us as well, so hey, at least we made a glorious outro. An ace tanker on a loss it is then, with a defender, high caliber and a top gun on the side. Looking at the team results, I don't know which one is more sad. The fact that we also had a completely outclassed tier 7 due to fail platooning, or that he actually did still manage to do more damage than the next 6 players behind him. Oh well, this one was just not to be. And last but not least, we fired of course all 30 rounds at our disposal, hitting all but one, however only managing to penetrate 24 of them because, you know, bouncing off CDCs and the ass of an E4 doesn't really help. Still, with doing this much damage and with only firing a single heat magazine, this was actually a rather profitable tier 10 game, even on a loss. Right, this was then our Batchat adventure, courtesy of Laponac Gaming. Many thanks for the replay once again, and congratulations to a rather spectacular match. Don't forget to check out his channel on YouTube either if you want to see some more quality gameplay. The link to it is in the description below. And of course I hope you guys had also fun watching this match, and if you did, thanks a lot for considering giving this a like or sharing it. Now tomorrow we will of course finish the week with another episode from our Arty Party series, and then over the weekend it's time for some rather awesome games of yours, featuring this time around an Object 263 and the T-71. Thank you very much for watching everyone, and I already look forward to seeing you again in one of the next videos.